Well, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of the Ranting Redhead. I am your host, Aiden. I just got back from vacation. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I'll talk about that this episode, but I don't know how it sounds to you, but I'm ever since ever since my vacation started, I've been pretty sad, and I'll tell you why. So I left my house on Sunday, and I found out that the next day that I found out that my one of my best friends, my cat, had passed away. And I don't know. It's like if you own a pet and you've seen them die, you know how hard it is. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing. But I wanna talk about him for a few minutes, and I know that might sound boring to you, but you know what? It's just something that I have to do. I feel like I have to. It'll be a bit therapeutic for me, but like I said, this is something personal for me. I'm sorry if it's not enjoyable for you, but I will tell you more about my trip as the episode goes on, but I just need to get this off. I just need to get this out of the way right now. So, I noticed he wasn't feeling the best like the day before I left. He was feeling iffy before, but I was like, I ordered some medicine. It was going to get here in a few days. And literally like right after recording my last episode, he's I go look at him, and I don't know, he didn't look right. And so I had to go to work the next day, or pardon me, I had to go to work later that day. And I called them. I said, "Look, I'm going to be late because I there's something wrong with him." So I couldn't wait for medicine to get there, so I went to any store I could find, and I tried to get anything I could to help him out. And I don't want to get specific on what was the problem with him, but just yeah, he didn't look right, and I could tell like something was going to happen probably. I didn't realize how soon it was going to happen though. But I get done work at 11 o'clock at night, and I stayed up all night with him. I fell asleep for maybe 2 hours, but I just held him the whole time. And in a way I kind of feel fortunate's the wrong word, but I'm glad that I got the chance to say goodbye, because I knew that there was a good chance something might happen. And I said to my parents, I said, look, if because I was gonna try to, I had to make a vet appointment, but they weren't open until Monday, and this was Saturday and Sunday. So I told them, I said, look, I'm gonna make a vet appointment as soon as possible. If you can get him in to the vet, and they say there's nothing that they can do, I said I want you to put him to sleep. Not an easy decision, but I said, look, that's why I stayed up all night, just so in case the worst would happen, I had the chance to say goodbye. And yeah, leaving for vacation, I there was a part of me that just really did not want to go, but everything was booked. I was gonna go, and it was really tough. I took we didn't really I don't I'm not much of a picture taker. I don't really care. I just kind of try to live in the moment as much as possible. So I only had a few pictures of him just because I never bothered to do it. I don't do it with anything. But I took the time, and I hugged him, and right before I left, I took one last picture of he and I together, and just said goodbye a couple times, and and then I left. And that was not easy to do. But my mom was checking on him throughout the day, and there was another cat in the house, so he wasn't alone. But I get a call the next day just saying, he passed, and not easy to do, but not wow, what did I just say? But not an easy thing to process, obviously. And as much as I loved my vacation, but it was just hard to enjoy at times, just because all I could think about was him. And And I'm not gonna get preachy or anything, but I want to just tell this story, which is it's it's helped me cope a little bit. So I live in like the New York area. So me and my dad, we drove down to Florida. We were gonna drive back, and on the way back, we just entered Pennsylvania, and there was just a part of me that was like, I was getting really sad to go home because I knew that I'd have to go home and not see my best friend anymore. But like I said, we're in Pennsylvania, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just saying, give me a sign that you're okay, just anything. And because I was starting to just get really sad, and I just couldn't handle it. I needed something. I needed to know that he was okay. And about 5 minutes after I said that, I saw something, and I got to give a little context about this. So when he was getting sick, he really couldn't control where he went to the bathroom. And before I left, he kind of went on my sheets in my bed. So I changed him, obviously. And I let my mom know, if he does it, just change him. And so like I said, he couldn't really control, but he went on my bed sheets, and that's when I knew it was bad. But so I'm in my dad's car. We're driving, and I see a sign. I see a little billboard that I don't even know what it was for, but it just said it said something like better sheets, and there was a guy with a big thumbs up. And I was like, that could be it. That could be the sign, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then a minute later, we passed, like not even a minute later, like right after that, there was a PetSmart. There was a PetSmart or Petco, whatever it is. And I knew, like, he's okay. And that helped me cope. It might be nothing, but it helped me. And I just wanted to say, to anybody who's a pet owner, just take the time today at some point and go hug your pet and just tell them how much you love them, because you never know when their end could be. And it's not an easy thing to do. But trust me, if you do it, you won't regret it. You'll regret it if you don't do it, though. And yeah, I just wanted to say how much I'll miss you. His name was Gary because when we first rescued him, he sounded exactly like Gary from SpongeBob, so I thought that'd be a funny name for him. And yeah, we named him Gary. And Gary, I miss you. And yeah, not much more I could say. I just miss you. So anyway, that's the sad part of the episode. I know that took up close to 8 minutes, but yeah, I wanna talk to you a little bit more about my vacation. Let's get away from the sad stuff. Let me talk about something really funny that happened. So, um, this, I don't know why I crack up so hard at this, but so my uncle, he and his girlfriend, he was going down to Florida as well. He was going down a little earlier than we were, but he was actually coincidentally leaving at the same time. So, like I said, I don't know why this makes me laugh, but my dad and I, we get on the highway, and not even a half hour, he gets a call from him, and he says, "So, you're still going on vacation, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're on our way." He's like, "Well, me and my girlfriend, we had kind of a fight, and I am now stranded in South Carolina. Can you come pick me up?" I don't. I'm not gonna get into why like the details of their fight, because I honestly don't know all of it. But oh my god, my dad and I, we had we had the biggest laugh ever. We just could not stop giggling at the fact that he was stranded, and it was gonna be, gosh, what was that? That was like at 10:30. He called. We picked him up at 1:30 in the morning. So, oh my god. But yeah, it was 10:30 in the morning, and then he gets picked up at 1:30 in the morning. Apparently he goes like, "Yeah, I gotta go find somewhere to plug in my phone." So he bought a charger at like a Family Dollar and sat outside at the outlet. And we're like, only you, only this could happen to you. And yeah, so apparently he was sitting on a bench like outside a church or something. Someone apparently had called a police officer. They thought he was injured or something, and then yeah, the police, they said, you can't really sit here, but we'll take you into the police station if you want, if you just want to hang out. And so yeah, he rode in the back of a cop car to the police precinct. He wasn't in a cell, but he was just hanging out in Loris, South Carolina. That was a fun detour. But yeah, that was interesting. And what fucking sucks about this though was so we go to pick him up. It's about probably 12:30 is when we had to get off and go find this little town. I had never heard of it before, but I'll tell you what, there is no fucking gas station anywhere near there. There's like a church on every other street, but there's no gas stations. Not at all. So we didn't realize that, of course. And so we go pick him up. He looks so fucking tired. But could you imagine being stranded in a whole other state, just waiting for a ride? Yeah, he told the police officers, "Yep, my ride's coming. About 8 hours they'll be here." Like I said, I don't know why this made me laugh so hard, but my dad and we were having a ball just laughing at it. And yeah, he tried to get a hotel, but there was one within about a mile of walking distance. Thank God there was service, though. Thank God he had cell service. But there was a hotel about a mile away from where he was, and everybody said, "You cannot go there. It's like a cockroach den. It's so disgusting. There's nothing good there." And he goes, "Okay, where's the next one?" "About 30 miles away." So he couldn't go. I mean, look, he could have walked at that point. If my dad and I weren't driving down, he could have walked. He would have had to. But my dad and I were making so many fucking jokes about it. It was oh my God. Like my dad and I, we were picturing him, like if you've seen Dumb and Dumber, we were picturing him like Jeff Daniels from that movie when he's like, "You drove almost a sixth of the way across the country in the wrong direction," and he's stranded. "Where are you going?" "Home. I'm walking home." And we're just picturing him on the side of the highway trying to hitchhike from South Carolina all the way up to New York. Like if my dad and I weren't coming down, he would have been. That's what he would have had to have done. Oh my God. But it was a good trip, and it's funny because this was after he called us. He was saying, don't rush, take your time, enjoy your ride. And I was saying, there's one thing that I wanted to do really badly, and I don't care if my mother was stranded, I would have taken this detour. I said that if we were going down, I wanted to go to Philadelphia just for a minute, and I wanted to run up the Rocky Steps and take a picture with the statue because that's one of my favorite movies. And yeah, that was a cool time. Going to Philadelphia, and I'm not a big city kind of guy. I mean, if you like it, great, just not my kind of scene. The way I feel about cities is kind of like how Homer Simpson feels about New York City. Well, New York is a hellhole. You know how I feel about hellholes. But yeah, it's not my kind of scene. I'd go, just it's not my kind of thing. But if you enjoy it, great. There's one more thing though I really want to talk about on my vacation. Like I said, I was looking for things to criticize and rant about because I knew it would kind of be funny to do on here and tell my friends. But there's one thing in particular that I have to talk about, and I'll if you'd like, I'll talk more about anything in future episodes. But this is one I have to. So we're down there the week of St. Patrick's Day, and on St. Patrick's Day, my dad goes, "Yeah, I have a friend who lives like 2 hours away, and I'm gonna go see them." I was like, "Okay, well, you can go," because my dad and I have to give a little context. We were driving down to Florida because my grandpa lives there, and we're like, we'll just crash at his house. He welcomed us fine. So I said, you know what? I'll just hang out. I'll hang out with my grandpa and his girlfriend today. Just catch up a little bit. And so this is on St. Patrick's Day. And so, but later in the day, this is what I really have to talk about. They live in like a retirement community. There's about like 600 houses. Yeah, it's this big retirement community. And he was saying, yeah, there's going to be a party, on St. Patrick's Day. And I'm like, oh God, I should have gone with my dad. Just cause I don't like hanging around people at all. And I really don't like hanging around people that are really not in my age group. Like most of these people were very old, most of them. And it was funny though. It was so funny because my grandpa and he had 2 bikes. We drove and I tried to offer, but she was saying, oh no, it's fine. I said, but he made his girlfriend walk from his house to where the party was. It's like less than a 5-minute walk, but still I was being like, look, I'll run right beside you if you want to take, oh no, it's okay. But of course he didn't even offer her a ride. He just said, you take the bike and I'll take the other one and we'll go. But oh my God, so one of my dreams is to write a sitcom. It just for one season, I would love to write a sitcom, and I've never been so inspired to write a sitcom more than when I was at this party at the retirement home, just because there were so many. Like I said, there was nobody in my age group these people were 3 times my age, if not 4 times my age. And everybody there was getting drunk, including my grandpa. It was so funny because, okay, so I was like, you know what? There was a hot tub. Maybe I'll just go in there. No, there was a guy. I thought he died. There was a guy just sitting in the hot tub. He looked like he was dead. But my grandma goes, oh yeah, that's Tim. He's always like that. I legitimately thought he was dead in the pool or in the hot tub. He just wasn't moving at all. It was so funny, and the conversations that old people have are so fascinating, because it's conversations we have that are completely different. Like they were like, okay, if people talk about their cars, they were talking about their golf carts, being like, yeah, I just ordered this new part for my golf cart, and now I can get it up. Now I can get it up to 20 miles an hour. I don't know why. I hate everybody. I hate everybody. And everybody there was dressed up in St. Patrick's attire. And of course I was like, hey, I have red hair, so I'm exempt from it. But there was balloons everywhere. There was balloons everywhere. And the only thing I could do just as a visual, I was just picturing something that would be funny if I wrote a sitcom, was if somebody like me was in this predicament. And I was just there were balloons everywhere. I was just imagining in my head. I was imagining that I wrapped like a balloon around my neck and was like pretending to hang myself, like as a visual gag. I walked away for about an hour. I was just calling a few people, texting a few people, just trying to get out of this conversation. I was just trying to get out of the area because my grandpa was talking to his friends that were this was 5 o'clock. They were getting hammered, like they were drinking straight tequila and everything. It was kind of incredible, but oh my God. But I leave for about an hour. There was like this weird walking trail that I went on. I came back, and apparently I had like a few missed calls. One of them was from my dad saying like, Grandpa's been looking for you. Where the hell are you? And I told him I had to go make a call. I didn't plan on it being like an hour, but apparently like he was looking all over. Aiden, where are you? Like I said, he was pretty drunk. Because he could have called. He didn't. He's the one who didn't call me, but of course my dad did, but not him. And oh my God, I tried so hard, but I had to like hold him on the way out because he was just stumbling from drinking. Thank God his girlfriend didn't drink, but I was like, if you want, I'll just bring the bikes back. He's like, no. Actually, I can ride a bike, no problem. Okay. So I was really scared. I was like, he's gonna fall. Like, even though it's like less than a minute drive on bike from his house, I was like, he's going to fall and hurt himself bad. But oh boy, was I wrong. He was he looked like he was having the time of his life on that bike when he was drunk, because he was going in circles, just going woo. And that's a visual that's always gonna stay with me. And I really felt bad for his girlfriend, because I was like, look, I'll give you the bike, but no, of course she walked fine. Yeah, like I said, I've never been so inspired to write something than I have going to a party at a retirement community. I don't know what that says about me, but oh boy, is that something. Like I said, it's hard to describe, but it's so true. I've never been so inspired. But yeah, I did a lot more on my trip, but those are just things that are fun, not things that I really wanted to discuss, really. If you want me to, I'll talk about it, but I think that's going to be the way I end the episode, because I ran a little long. So yeah, like I said earlier at the beginning of the episode, if you have a pet, just please, for me, just hug them, tell them that you love them, because you won't regret it. And if you ever want to feel inspired to write a comedy, go to a retirement community and have a party, because you'll never feel more inspired in your whole life. But yeah, that's how I'm going to end the episode. Thank you all so much for listening. If you liked this video, tell your friends. And you know what? If your friends don't like it, fuck them, because they're not cool. They're not cool like you and me, because you'll always be welcomed in open arms by me. But if your friends don't like it, you know what? They ain't worth it. I know everybody's opinion is different, but you know what? It doesn't mean their opinion is not stupid. So there you go. So that's how I'm going to end the episode. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.